Welcome to episode 9 of the Golden Point podcast. We're joined with Mike Cool here, not regulars, folksy. He hasn't been responding to his phone in the past hour, so I don't know what the deal is with him. But anyways, we got Mr. Mike Cool here to replace him today. Apologies for missing out on the last 2 episodes. We had some issues there. Definitely not my fault. Anyways, moving on to round 4 summary now. We had a lot of good games that week, but we are going to start off with the Rabbitohs and the Panthers now. That was 28-10. That was a really good game to watch. I watched the full game. Really well defense from South and attack. You got to see AJ returning and scoring a try. However, he sustained I think it was a rib injury.
Yeah, it was big,
Yeah.
He'll come back this week though.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, he got an injury there, but he did score a try. So that's still pretty good from him. Good to see him back after being out for a year. But yeah, another great performance from Humphreys in the halfback position. He's just really good. And I don't see Lewis Dodd taking that spot back anytime soon,
he's been
because
fantastic.
Humphreys is just really good right now. But yeah, overall, great performance from Rabbitohs. I'm not too sure what's going on with Panthers. They seem to be falling off this season. I don't know what's going on with them. But at this rate, they're not going to win the premiership
Who
this
knows?
season.
Who knows?
I don't
If
think
Cleary's
they
back
will.
this week, yeah.
No, I think the Storm were going to win this year.
I think it's
Um,
awesome.
Nah, it's bullshit, mate. Anyways, do you have anything to say about that game, or?
Yeah, I feel like Panthers.
Yeah, you
like,
can talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they're like pretty still shocked about Bunnies because I think it was like 28-0
Yeah.
half time, and then Panthers almost came back, but I don't know if you watched the video on the game, right?
Yeah.
You saw that disallowed try against.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, a bit
I think that
unfortunate.
was pretty controversial. Yeah, I feel like that's
Yeah,
sort of-
strange there.
and I think if that try was allowed, I think Panthers might have won that.
Yeah,
But overall, I
maybe.
think Bunnies did pretty well that game.
Pretty good that game. Yeah. Anyways, moving on to a disappointment for the Roosters. Losing 12-30 against the Titans. They did have a strong lead throughout that whole game, but they just lost hope and they just fucking stopped trying. Nothing much to say about that.
Yeah.
Great game from Jaden Campbell, getting 4 out of 5 conversions there. And also, good game for Mr. AJ Brimson, scoring 2 tries. Another great game from him. He's in really good form at the moment, doing well on fantasy as well. But yeah, overall decent game. A lot of work needs to be done for the Roosters if they want to make the 8 this year. They just need to fucking figure out what they're doing.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah,
can't do much.
Chad Towns is not really a good halfback anymore.
Not the best part of the season. But
Nah. Yeah, do you have anything to say about that game?
yeah, I think Titans were very impressive. Well, not very impressive,
They're
but I
quite
think
alright. Yeah.
I think Roosters lost that more than the Titans won that. Because
Yeah.
I remember them leading like 6 minutes in, and then Titans. So Jaden Campbell got an intercepted, and it was
Yeah, it was pretty
downhill from there.
good
Yeah.
game. Anyways, moving on to Friday, another Friday night game. Dolphins and Broncos. Now, I didn't fucking watch this game, to be honest. Did you?
I did actually. A little,
Yeah.
most of it. Dolphins were very competitive in this game. Way better than they were the last few weeks, where they haven't won a single game. This will happen, but a lot better than recent weeks.
Yeah.
Walsh was not the best, but he still played alright. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I didn't fucking watch that. Even the next game, Saturday night, I didn't fucking watch that either. I don't think you watched it, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
You didn't watch it, yeah, but, a bit of an upset from the Dragons to win that 14-8.
Yeah.
Like, I think I looked at the score when it just finished. I'm like, how did Dragons win that against
You tip
Storm?
Dragons.
Yeah, I tipped Storm to win, and
Okay,
like,
I tip Dragons. I
oh
don't know
well,
why.
yeah, well, I don't fucking know how Storm lost that game.
I
They should be
think,
winning the comp this year.
yeah. I feel like Wishart didn't do that well from what I
Hmm.
saw, because Hughes would have been there. I think if Hughes was there, I
Yeah,
think
the Storm boys did
won.
pretty shit there.
Yeah,
Even on fantasy, nothing good.
yeah.
Um, yeah, moving on to another Saturday night game. I watched the first half of this, Cowboys and Raiders. Raiders started off pretty strong. Let me just check who scored first. Tarpanay, Savage, and Tamale. So, yeah, like they started off pretty strong. Good attack from them, good defense, but I think they just let it slide. Early on in the just before second half, they sort of lost a bit of faith there, and then that's when the Cowboys started scoring. Um, did you watch that game?
Only a little bit, not much.
Yeah,
But what I could say is that Cowboys were a lot better than they were because I didn't win a game before this. So
yeah, but yeah,
yeah,
like yeah. Anyways, moving on to Bulldogs and Sharks. Your team here. I watched
yeah.
the last 20 minutes of this. Nothing much going on then, but would you like to give us a summary, mate,
I'll give you
of
a
the?
little bit of summary.
Yeah, hit me, mate.
We were into this game. I thought, even as a dog fan, I thought we would have lost that. I wasn't confident about this game, but very impressive win against Sharks, especially
Yeah,
at Shark Park. Our first win at Shark Park since 2011, by the way. So
pretty good. Yeah.
14 years ago, so long time in the coming.
Mm.
And yeah, Jacob Preston was very impressive. Good
Preston's
fantasy
good, man.
points.
Another good
Yeah,
season from him.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, I think we just beat them, and yeah,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Moving on to the next game, Manly and Eels. Pretty, pretty standard game here. We all sort of knew the Eels wouldn't win this game. Um, Great attack from Manly, great defense from Manly, and DCE stopping the haters, mate. Big news with DCE. He's been in the media the past few days, weeks maybe. Even at the end of this game, he still addressed the situation. I mean, it's sort of fair enough. If he wants to leave, just let him leave. You know, just let it be straight out. Like, just stop bringing it up.
Yes, what you done.
Yeah, but
A lot of
I do see the Eels finishing at the
top
bottom of the
four.
ladder, so no
Oh, okay.
surprise. Yeah, with them losing to Manly here. Manly are a really good side, so yeah. And then moving on to the last game of the week, Tigers and the Warriors. That was a home game for Tigers in Campbelltown. Now, that was a really good game up until the last 5 minutes. If you're a Tigers fan, not so good, because one of the boys from the Warriors scored a try on the 70th minute, when it was coming down, and when it was, I believe it was it, I think it was 24-24. That's when Luke Metcalf scored a penalty goal, so that pretty much sealed the deal there for the Warriors. But Tigers played really good that game. Another great performance from Terrell May, getting about, I think, 85 points. Let me just double check. Yeah, 85 points in fantasy. So another really good game from Terrell May. And he's got a really good career ahead of him. I don't know why the Roosters let him go. Pretty bad decision from
Very
them.
dumb. Yeah,
There was some issues going on behind the scenes which no one knows about. But yeah, that's pretty much round 4 covered. Moving on to round 5 preview. So we have first game, Raiders and Sharks, GEO Stadium in Canberra. Do expect this one to be a big turnout for the Canberra Raiders fans. They do get a good home attendance now, surprisingly. I don't know why. But yeah, I reckon it's going to be a good game, and I reckon Raiders will take the win here. What about you?
Raiders. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
man, Raiders will take the win.
I feel like Sharks will bounce back from last week's performance.
I mean, it's a home
Especially-
game for Raiders. I just think they'll do it, to be honest.
Yeah, I know, but they did win against Brisbane and Canberra.
Yeah, true.
But I think Sharks will just take it because they were embarrassed last week against the Dogs. So
yeah, true. Pretty
I feel like Sharks
shocking.
will. Yeah, shocking.
Yes, pretty bad there.
I think
Moving on
Sharks-
to Friday night, we have Panthers and Cowboys. I do obviously see Panthers winning this game, since it is a home game for them at Combank. I don't think by too much. I reckon like maybe 12 to like 6 or something, you know. But yeah, I think Cleary's back too, so Panthers would definitely turn things around there and get the win
Yeah.
there. What's your predictions for this game?
Yeah, I feel like Panthers will take it, but I think it'll be close though because Cowboys
Yeah,
were
close.
Cowboys were alright last week, so I feel like it'll make it close. But
Yeah.
with Cleveland that side, I feel like Panthers will run away with it.
Yeah. And then moving on to the highlight of the round here, we have the Rabbitohs up against the Roosters. Clear decision here. Rabbitohs win this game. I don't see Roosters winning, despite their lineup being a bit better previously. I just think the Rabbitohs will take this one, and I reckon like it's gonna be like 40 to like 20 or something. So, but yeah, as for the rivalry, I don't think the rivalry is going to be there, because a lot of the Roosters players did leave, such as JWH, Manu, Swali, Kiri, and those guys were pretty much senior players, so they pretty much had a strong passion for the team, and they knew the rivalry, but now a lot of reserves, and I just don't think they care about the rivalry anymore, so I still think it's going to be there, but it's not going to be as big. But Radley is playing, I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check. No, Radley's out, so
Yeah.
he
Watson
normally
comes in though.
likes to
Watson.
start drama. So
Yeah.
with big Cam Murray, as we saw 2 years ago with the Sinbin record.
Yeah, that was crazy. In the finals game.
Yeah, Rabbitohs take the win here. Do you have anything? to
Yeah,
say?
I think with Latrell, especially with Latrell in, I feel
Yeah,
like
playing centre too. That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty big there. Latrell playing centre. I reckon he's going to do good at centre. The last time he played centre was in 2019 with the Roosters when they won that year.
Grand final, exactly.
Yeah, so he had a good game at centre there.
That was
I'm
like
pretty-
10 years ago. That was like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
So
I'm pretty curious to see what he does at centre against the
he,
Roosters.
he has played Origin though. At the same
Yeah,
time,
he has. Yeah.
So he has experience. Hopefully it's a good turnout at the rivalry too.
Yeah, I reckon it'd be decent turnout. Yeah. So, who was your prediction? Like your tip?
I feel like Rabbitohs will
Yep.
get the win. Yeah, too much.
Moving on to the next game, Saturday night, Para and Dragons. I just think this is going to be a pretty shit game. It's home for Para.
I don't think
I just think it will sort of be a bit shit. I reckon obviously Dragons will win this game, but I reckon it'll be close. And yeah, nothing much to say. Just a pretty standard.
no,
game.
hold on.
Whoa!
Last year be a good game because we have Gutherson coming back to his versus his old team.
Yeah, true. And
And then
Lomax.
also, we have Lomax versus his old team, so I feel like it'll be like a decent game. Finding the old
Yeah.
teams. I don't think it'll
Yeah.
be like a bad.
It'll be alright,
Yeah, right.
Um,
I'll take. Actually, I don't know. Actually, because it was either win, but Dragons are looking good.
yeah.
I'll take Dragons.
Dragons, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragons, I reckon. Another boring game here. Titans and Dolphins, Saturday night. I reckon AJ Brimson would have another good game. Nothing much to be said here. We do have Tom Gilbert out. I'm not sure how long, but he did get a suspension. Shouldn't impact that team too much, but I reckon the Titans will win this game.
I feel like Titans have been doing too good at the moment.
Yeah,
And Dolphins haven't won a single game.
just reckon Titans win that game, yeah.
But Dolphins will take it
Dolphins.
actually.
Alright. Moving on to the next Saturday night game, we have the Broncos and the Tigers. This should be a good game. from the Broncos, I reckon they're going to play really well here. But as for Tigers, I reckon they're going to need to rely on Terrell May to steam through the forward pack, score some tries, and rack up the points on fantasy. I'm not sure how long Adam Dewey is out for, but even Luai, they got Dewey and Luai out for that game. So
No, Dewey's in.
oh, Dewey's in. Okay, it's just Luai. So yeah, Luai's out. He got a suspension for
That's right.
some sort of reckless tackle. He's out for a few weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, just too many losses for the Tigers. So I think the Broncos will take the win here.
Yeah, I feel like Broncos will take it. Luai being out, he's like the main guy of the team.
Yeah, he's like the main character.
Exactly. I think they need, if Tigers want to win, I feel like they need Broncos to play bad and
true.
to step up. And Terrell May, like you said, to play very well. And I feel like Broncos will smash them.
Yeah, moving on to Sunday afternoon game, Manly and Storm. I reckon this game will be a pretty close game too here. Tough one, but I reckon the Storm will get it done here easily. No, not really easily. I reckon close game still. Storm would probably just get it. But yeah, they do have, I believe Jerome Hughes is back, so that should definitely help the fucking Storm here.
Yeah,
he's not back. He's not. No.
He's in reserves.
He's reserves. Okay.
So yeah.
I just still think Storm would do it. But I do think Jack Health needs to step up his game. He's not doing too well this season, especially on fantasy. Not getting the best points. He has been dropped to reserves on my team. Do you have anything to say about that game?
Yeah. Apparently, if Hughes passes his fitness test, he might play.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but otherwise, I think it'll be very close. I'll take Manly actually, because some have a very bad record at Brookvale. That's why. I'll take Manly.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Anyways, moving on to Sunday, the last game of the round. Doggies and Knights. Nah, not the game of the round. Doggies and Knights. Clear win for the Bulldogs here. I reckon they'll fucking have an amazing game here. It's going to be a good turnout at Accor Stadium too. Not as good as Belmore games, but
of course,
it still will be a great game to watch and especially go to. Decent lineup from both sides. Nothing much to be said here, really. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I feel like we'll play like we did last week. A lot of points, a lot of good defense. But I feel like Knights will turn up because they had a bye just now and they lost against the Titans the week before. So I feel like they had 2 weeks to prepare, and Ponga has to step up a little bit, and also they got Leo Thompson back in, so a bit more firepower in the team. But otherwise, Doggers will get the win.
Anyways, I reckon Doggies get the win there too. But moving on to NRL fantasy, we're just gonna pretty much my team's gonna be on the screen now. So this is my round 4 squad. Fucking another great game from Terrell May, 85 points. I did bring in Paynehouse, and I decided to captain him, which I probably should have captained Terrell May, which I fucking lost that week against Spencer in our comp. But yeah, another great fucking win, another great week for my team. And more success to come throughout the season. So moving on to round 5 teams. My trades for this week were I traded out Royce Hunt, Jack Bird for Dylan Egan and Keon Katoga. I don't see his first name. Fuck, I think it's Kiln or something. Give me 1 sec. Kitone Katoa, I got it right. Katuga, those are my trades this week.
My trades were Tupanua for Preston and Hines for Humphreys.
Hines for Humphreys.
I feel like Humphreys will do pretty well.
You're trading out Hines.
Yeah, it wasn't that great.
He only got 48 points. He's a bit expensive for his price too.
Yeah, Hines. Yeah.
I do think Jack Cole might be a decent buy, but I just think it's too late, honestly. even Monster is just a bit. He's decent price, but yeah, I don't
It's not
know.
worth it.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna do both our buy hold sells. Again, Mike will be doing Folks's buy hold sell. So my buy would probably be, I reckon, fuck, I forgot to say his name again. Kitone Katuga, that's my buy.
Yeah.
My holds would probably be, I reckon, I reckon Yongi. I think too much people are trading him out.
Yeah.
He's got about 38% ownership. He averages about 26 points. I don't think he's a good cover player. It's just someone to keep in your reserves. He probably will be playing every game, so I don't see why you should trade him out. It's just a bit of a waste of a trade. Unless you upgrade him to someone better, that's fair enough. But
Yep.
I think it's a waste of a trade. Just leave him in reserves, honestly. And my sell would probably be I reckon Jack Bird. I think a lot of people have him in their team, and he started center last game, and he just 23 points. That's just not good enough, especially if you're starting and you played the whole game. I just think he's definitely a trade out, like ASAP. He's got 13% ownership, so a lot of people have traded him out since last week. Anyways, that concludes fantasy. If you have any fantasy questions, send us a question. Myself and Folksy will respond to you guys, hopefully, with some good advice. Moving on to fan questions now. Unfortunately, we got 0 questions submitted this week, but we have 2 questions submitted from last week, which they're going to be answered now. One is from Ashton. Dragons are going to beat the Storm. Yes, they did beat the Storm. So good prediction there, mate. And Sam Fowler with another strange question here. James likes cock and balls. Yeah, I think he does. Honestly, I think so. I think he does.
I don't think he does. I don't know.
Yeah, I reckon he does. Yeah. But yeah, that pretty much concludes the episode for this week. Any questions, hit us up on Instagram, and we'll be back next week for episode 10. Don't worry, folks, you'll be back. And as for the story with Boosh, he's not coming back. That was a joke.
For now.
Yeah. I don't know. I spoke to him last night on Discord with my mates in a server, and we're like, Boosh, mate, come back. And he's like, nah, I'm not coming back, I said this earlier, it's hard with work and uni. And I'm like, fair enough. But he did give me some fantasy advice with my trades, so I appreciate that, Boosh. And yeah, that concludes this week's episode. Thank you for tuning in.